My name is 𝐸𝐳𝐬𝐿, employment lawyer and the principal of 𝐸𝐳𝐬𝐿 Chambers. Pre-court solutions, coming back to this, what can be done before you go to court? Number one, contract clear provisions. Okay, make sure in your employment contract, although as I mentioned, the duty to be loyal, the duty to not misuse information, those are inherent. It's common sense. You cannot do this. And if you do this, you can sue. But to avoid any excuses by employees saying, I didn't know that I cannot do this. Oh, I didn't know that this will make me get fired. And also to add that, other than, as I mentioned, you can sue for breach of confidence, you can sue for unlawful interference with trade. One more thing that you can sue, if these things are in your contract, is that then you can sue for another extra thing, which is breach of contract. That is why I want to say, in your employment contracts, make sure you have clear provisions. No solicitation. You cannot take our clients, no soliciting our clients. Number one. No breach of confidence. This, you, in the process of your work, you will receive confidential information. You must not divulge it. You must not abuse it. You must not give it to anybody. Some even say that you cannot use it after you leave the company, especially like I say, the trade secret, the very, very confidential one. You cannot use it even after you leave the company. You must be loyal to the company, comply with the duty of fidelity. You must act in our best interest. You must avoid conflict of interest. If you know that you are doing something that will be conflicted with the interest of the company, you must at least give notice to the company and get consent from the company. For example, I want to do a side business. It may be a conflict of interest. Okay, my side business may be related to the company, maybe a competition to the company. You must avoid that. If not, at least get the company's consent to do that business. So having clear provisions in the contract is very important. So the first homework that you need to do, go back today, is to go back and look at your employment contracts, or at least your employee handbook. Make sure that these provisions are in those documents. If not, you are putting yourself at risk. If you have, you are strengthening your position. Okay, so that's number one. If you do sense that something has happened, that's when you start the investigation process. Like in our case, they did the social media search, they did the private investigator search, they talked to other employees, they got a WhatsApp conversation. So you need to do your own investigation. You do not just go in accusing people without evidence. That one, not only you will be seen as a bad employer for simply accusing, but secondly, you may alert the wrongdoer and he will quickly remove all the evidence. So you need to do your own investigation, do your background investigation. CCM search meaning you go and search any companies, that is relating to your current employees. What are they doing? Is it trying to set up a competing business and things like that? Now, if you have sufficient evidence, issue the show cause. Like I say, DI is not mandatory. When you issue show cause, it's good that you do suspension. Why you need to suspend is because you want to cut this person off, stop this person from taking anything, from destroying any evidence. So you show cause, and while you wait for her answer, you say you don't come to our company, you don't come near us. And normally in the show cause, you also include no contact, which means you are not allowed to speak to other employees. Every work, don't worry about your work, pass it to us, we will handle the work. You just cut off, isolate the person so that he cannot do any damage, he cannot influence other people, he cannot destroy any evidence. Now, once you have decided all these things, you are saying that I want to dismiss this employee, that's when you need to do the offboarding. Another thing is exit checklist. Exit checklist, you basically ask him to hand over all the documents. And at the time of the handing over the documents, when he exits, you also can get him to sign to agree that he has given all documents. Or he can sign to say that I will not touch your existing employees or confidential information. Those circumstances, it's likely that he may sign because he wants to return and leave the company. And those things, again, binds the employee. So next time, if you realize that he still keeps any confidential information, that is something that you can use to sue the employee. So the exit off-boarding process is also important.